Hello and welcome back to Game Start. I'm your host Bardic Knowledge, and we're back to The Witcher 3. Now, the reason why I've got the map up, and it's not the opening menu as usual, because about 15 minutes ago I started up the game to loot this underwater chest that was giving me trouble before. And I got it on the first try. So I kind of just sat here with the map open for like 5 minutes waiting for the stream to start. Wasn't much in it, just some coin and a few other little items. But I've got two more question marks to uncover. And then I need to get some. I have one more quest for this area, which is to brew this dose of the Swallow Potion, which, according to my alchemy page, means I need to get two more Celandine and some Dwarven Spirits. So, let's go check out those question mark spots. And this time I know that the microphone is working because I tested that first off like I'm supposed to do. Feels like maybe I shouldn't be trying to ride Roach through a forest. Okay, map up again. Okay, so I gotta go east a ways and then slightly south. I'm just hoping it's not another monster's nest. Looks like it's another monster's nest. Oh no, it's not another monster's nest. This is the one... I died here before, didn't I? And unfortunately, I don't... Do I have any salmon?
Ought to just destroy it.
I should. Yeah. And away we go. And what do we have here? I believe this is an Ard point. Yes. But with it comes another ability point, which I've mastered my fast cast, or fast attack. Boost the bombs. So that's mastered now. Let's see. Map. So I've got... monster nests. Cleared, cleared, and cleared. Cool. Stash, notice board, signposts. Herbalist and grindstone. So yeah. All I have left to do now is this one quest that requires I find Celandine. Which I don't think I'm going to find any amongst these ghouls, but they are alchemy ingredients anyways. Really now? Oh, you were unexpected. Nothing to loot. So, I really need to find Celandine. Question is, where is it easiest to find? No, that's Puffball.
Giddy up.
Maybe I should Google it, just to be sure. That's something else.
Slower.
Actually, maybe I can buy some celandine from the herbalist. That sounds like a plan. Can't loot from horseback. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the herbalist. What is with that glowy effect when I accidentally hit right trigger on Roach? Yeah, yourself. Okay. Well, that's a little unwarranted. Where is that signpost I just passed? There it is.
Take it easy.
Okay, nearest place to the herbalist. The sawmill sign. Hopefully she's got some celandine for me. She is which way from the signpost? Come on. Open map. And my keyboard has decided to glitch out on me again. I really need to get a new one. Okay, east. This was real fun. I was playing a game last night, and the my keyboard decided, well, keyboard and mouse decided I could only use one of them at a time.
Yes.
I couldn't, if I wanted to look around with the mouse, I couldn't use the camera. Or, I mean, the keyboard. If I wanted to walk around with the keyboard, I couldn't use the mouse. No idea what was going on.
Got any herbs you're willing to sell?
I'm sure I can find something.
Hopefully it's something, yeah, that looks like some celandine. Not enough coin, right. Means I'm gonna have to sell some stuff, I think. Yeah, you'll take some alcohol that I don't drink. Let's see, how about some ghoul's blood? And then I will take, yeah, why not? All of your celandine. Now, need to get dwarven spirits.
Tell me something about yourself. What's your story?
A sad one. Do you know the Temple of Melitele in Alanda?
Do I know it?
They changed the pronunciation.
How many times I've been there. How many times Mother Nenica stitched me up.
We must have missed each other. I started to become a healer under Mother Nenica. I was but 18 when they took me in. An age at which teachings interest one far less than love. There was a boy, Goslav. He'd bare his chest to work. The novices couldn't keep their eyes off him, tripped over their own feet, dropped things. I left the temple for him. We passed a lovely summer together, and then he left. Nenike refused to take me back. My parents uttered not a word. Gave me a travel cloak and a small coin pouch. I struggled long to find a place where I'd feel safe, needed, until I finally arrived here. End of story.
Sounds like the usual medieval apprentice gone awry story. Okay, so I got the celandine, so now I need to get some dwarven spirits, which the only thing I can think of is I will either find it with the dwarven blacksmith or in the inn. So we summon Roach from the ether and ride off to the inn to the east. Oop, not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do a jump since I was galloping, but I dismounted instead. There we go.
Slower.
Okay, back in town. First stop, the blacksmith. Hey, you're a dwarf. Do you sell dwarven spirits?
What can I do for you this time?
I also have some stuff
Show
that
me
I
what you
can
got.
sell, because I doubt I'm going to need multiple pairs of trousers. I should equip those. Hold on a moment. I need to equip some trousers.
So long.
Inventory.
A return customer. Well,
Show me what you got.
Okay, now I can sell both pairs of trousers. And then... you do not sell dwarven ale. Okay. It was a bit of a long shot. But... I cannot afford it.
So long.
So now I'll head to the bar. Did not mean to do that. I meant to do that. Where is the bar again?
listen carefully.
This way?
You're never to sing that rhyme again. Never. Would you raise a glass with me?
There we go. Okay, the entrance is apparently on the other side, and there's some celandine right out back. Would have been nice to know before I had to buy a bunch of it. Hello! Do you sell any dwarven ale?
Something else you'll be needing.
I kinda need some dwarven ale
Anything
for a
interesting on
potion.
the counter?
Depends what you're after. Have a look.
Hey, that looks like dwarven ale. I can buy 2 of them, but I'm gonna get only 1. Because I don't need 2 for this potion, but I do want more food. What's the cheapest food you got? Apples. Let's buy apples.
Farewell.
And then, pop into inventory. Equip those apples. Hop into alchemy. Make that potion. That was bizarre. Now I head back to the herbalist.
Freak.
I can't control where my horse manifests. He's his own beast. With interesting teleportation powers. Roach,
Come on now.
why did you go that way? Come on. And then this way, there we go. I should have the tracking on that a lot better than it is. Come on. Oh yeah, see, I decided to follow the path that the dots were going, and it decided, no wait, you're going the wrong way. And road should just automatically follow the dots, since the dots automatically follow the road. But now we get over here, and the dots aren't a thing anymore, and wargs! And we're back here. Got something that might help you.
Yes?
Got a potion for Lena. Swallow.
First sign of spring. Symbol of rebirth. Fitting as names go.
We'll see. Like I said, could harm her deeply.
I never actually said such a thing as far as I know.
But I have a faster metabolism. Effects won't appear in her case for a few days.
Why'd you choose this in the end?
Decided it was better than doing nothing.
I like you, Witcher. Here. A small gift. For giving a damn.
Okay. And now, I believe, we are done with White Orchard. So, let us assign our new ability point to something, which I am partial to boosting delusion because I like to use Axie in conversations. Yes, into quests. Because that requires traveling all over, basically. But I have done those. And that's what I'm currently on. So, oops, wrong thing. I need to double click there. And you didn't come. Alright, so off we go. Now we go talk to Vesemir. Leave White Orchard. What is with the little guide dots? Like, you need to go backwards for a little bit. No, I just need to wait until you make sense again. Like the GPS just keeps recalculating.
May the sun shine upon you.
Oh wait, I should double check.
Witchers.
Take all those, see if it opens up any new quests. Nope. That's what I thought. Probably some stuff in inventory now, though. So, swallow. Boosts vitality regen, that'll be handy. Oh, sweat and blood. Okay. Here, we've got some new stuff there. I wanted to replace Thunderbolt. And then what does this do? Stamina regen, so we'll do that. And then it's around this way to get to the inn. Right? Yep. Started to turn too soon.
Oh, this'll cool the stuffy heat.
Good for you, kid.
Yennefer's in Vizima. Got a few friends there, so... Something wrong?
Look around. Trouble brewing.
Guy playing Mumbly Peg.
Who are they?
Patriots. Drinking their 7th round for Temeria. Fists starting to itch.
Don't see any Nilfgaardians.
They'll find another foe. I'll buy some
Is there
provisions
that
for the
kind?
journey. Then we'll go. Geralt, we should stay out of it. Just this once.
That's what I try and do. And I mean that legitimately. Oh, wow. I don't think I've ever seen a butcher's cleaver with a handguard on it
What
before.
happened to the lilies?
Took him down.
Took them down to hang a golden sun there now.
I cannot show Temerian colours. They'll come and burn the tavern down.
Maybe it's true what they say. You fond of the Imperials? You Nilfgaard's whore?
I'll let that pass. I know grief eats at your heart.
You know shit. They hanged my sister, dragged her out the cloister like a dog. Said Nilfgaard's no place for superstition, that they don't fear the wrath of the gods. And you, do you fear it? If not for Annie, your child would have choked on its navel string. You owe your son to
Let
my sister
go!
attending to the birth, and you don't fear the gods' wrath. You don't fear it, you cunt!
Here we go.
Recognize this medallion? You know what it means. Back off.
You all right?
They say witches steal young'uns. That true?
No,
What the
not
Emperor
anymore.
promise you freaks? Your own land? Like he did the elves once?
Get out, all of you.
We ain't going nowhere. And neither are you.
They won't back down now.
I can see that.
Well, opening volley. Start with a wave of fire.
It's all right. It's over.
Leave me be! Get away!
I only killed the ones who were attacking.
See his face! God save us!
Be gone, and don't ever come back.
So much for not getting involved. Come on, let's go.
I never understand people.
That brawl, we didn't start it.
Oh. Guess we don't have to go to Vizima.
Excuses, excuses. You've not changed a bit.
Yeah.
Alright then.
How?
I received a report about a witcher who'd appeared in White Orchard. I knew it was you, looking for me. I might have waited until you found me, but... well, you know me. Patience has never been my strong suit. It's... good to see you, Geralt. I'd even embrace you. Were you not covered in blood?
I am clean compared to
To be honest,
Vesemir.
this isn't at all how I imagined we'd meet.
How did you imagine it?
You didn't imagine you'd have a Nilfgaardian escort. Don't get me wrong, Yennefer. I'm glad to see you. But I do think you owe us an explanation.
And I shall provide it. In Vizima. Ready your horses.
Oh, that's where we're going anyway.
Spent the last 6 months in the saddle. Haven't seen you for 2 years. Can't we take a moment to...
Sadly, we cannot. Someone awaits you, Geralt. Someone who doesn't like to be kept waiting. Emperor Emir var Emrys. Or, to those on more intimate terms with him, the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes.
That sounds like an abyssal name.
Far as I remember, last time we saw each other, he wanted to
And
kill
by
me.
abyssal, I mean exalted.
Now he wishes to make you an offer.
The kind one can't refuse.
I didn't, though I could have.
Interesting.
Fine. Guess I'm willing to hear him out.
The Emperor of Nilfgaard, Lord of Metina, Ebbing, and Gamera, Sovereign of Nazaire and Vicovaro will feel honored, I'm sure.
So many
I'm
titles.
going in the opposite direction. I somehow doubt the Emperor's invitation mentioned me. Besides, I've got things to do at Kaer Morhen, remember?
Yeah, I remember. Thanks for your help, Vesemir. See you soon.
I still don't know why I don't have my
Swift?
equipment.
Can't complain. Why do you ask?
All the stuff
I'd
I
like to
ended
be back behind some
Witcher
fixed
2
city
with.
walls as soon as possible.
Because I know I picked the old save bonus. I picked my save from Witcher 2. So I should have my stuff. Actually, I wonder if that's a thing that other people have come across. Okay.
You know, I had a dream about you recently.
Knowing you, it was probably filthy.
I should have these things.
Just the beginning. But then,
But then,
Well, that's from Witcher to Witcher 2. From Witcher 2 to Witcher 3. Ah, you don't get to keep your gear, you just get to keep your decisions. Good to know. Okay, obviously I wasn't looking, but I presume the Wild Hunt is trying to hunt us. Wow, who taught you guys how to fight in the saddle? Running water. Will this prove a barrier? I suppose so, with what Yennefer's about to do. Good timing. Pity about the escort, I guess.
talk of this tomorrow, all right? After the audience.
That needed better mixing.
This bard's tale begins near White Orchard, with my dear friend Geralt of Rivia seeking...
Okay, this is the thing that's introed into the game a few times, I think.
For years, but now seem just a few steps
But it coming up again probably means...
trials and
Yep,
tribulations,
updated.
Geralt finally learned that Yen was in nearby Vizima.
I almost expected him to read out that in the options menu, you can... The royal treatment.
It must suffice.
Thinkemere cares if I'm clean.
The gentleman will refer to His Imperial Majesty by his full title or not at all. The gentleman will be seated on the bergère.
The what now?
In that chair. Cletwin, please shave the gentleman's sideburns to half an inch.
Yeah, I kind of want to say this.
What's wrong with my beard? Always thought it added to my dignity.
It does. Yet it also detracts from your elegance. In Nilfgaard, we consider beards hard on the eyes. Especially beards infested with lice.
Been on the road a while. Fine, do your thing.
Tilt your head back, please, and sit still.
Can't show the shaving on screen. I was almost expecting Geralt to flinch at someone approaching his face with a blade.
Less presentable.
Who's this
But
guy?
I suppose he's got a...
Barber too?
He's made of sterner stuff than that. Oh, he's got a pendant on that I recognize.
Commander of the Alba Division. Yennefer's escort. They were my men. All of them. Indeed, were. For none have returned to Vizima, have they? I truly wonder what happened on the road yesterday. Perhaps you could enlighten me. You have time. And a razor to your throat.
Wild Hunt killed them.
A cavalcade of wraiths dashing across the night sky. These only the peasantry bubbles about. Expect me to believe that.
Frankly, I don't really give a damn.
It is what happened.
We can bathe you, shave you, and clothe you, but teaching you manners, that will be a challenge.
Nice meeting you too.
Done.
Shall I shave him once more, against the grain?
No. He himself is very much against the grain. That's enough. Farewell, Witcher. Or rather...
I was going to adjust my hair, since Geralt's
Good.
hair has been
Now the
adjusted, but...
gentleman may dress.
I forgot that I didn't tie my hair back before I started. Ah, I get to choose finery.
Exact measurements. If the garments chafe, our tailor will adjust them.
Of course, they all have puffy shoulders.
Where are my clothes?
Where they should have gone long ago, with the laundress. They will be returned to you after the audience, clean and starched. The gentleman will tell me once he has chosen an outfit.
Alright. Do I only get to look at shirts, or are there trousers to go with them? Let's see. The ones on the outside look almost identical. Not even an almost about it. They are... They are entirely identical from what I can tell. I think this one's got a little bit more finery around the sleeves and the waist than the other one. Of course, that one's got the collar and not the white bit or the belts. And you can't preview them on Geralt. I was hoping if I stood behind him and adjusted the camera properly. I think I'll go with the least frilly one possible, since that feels Geraltic. These have... yeah, they barely have an armor rating, but they have them. And I presume you are, yep, the Chamberlain.
They say clothes do not make the man. Does the outfit satisfy the gentleman?
That saying reminded me of a Mark Twain line. Clothes make the man. Naked people have little to no influence on society.
A studded doublet and a sword on my back. That's what would satisfy me. But tough, when in Nilfgaard.
Yes.
Do as the Nilfgaardians do.
So what now? Powder my nose?
No need. The gentleman's complexion is light enough. The gentleman is to stand before the ruler of the North and South. I must confirm that he knows how to bow.
I'm not some boor. I know how to bow.
I know how to bow as well. Considering I spent a lot of my childhood in
That is how you might bow to a whore.
the Society for Creative Anachronisms.
The Emperor of Nilfgaard.
So I've spent a few times in a medieval court.
Leg extended, hand flat, head down, chin to chest.
That's pretty close.
Rehearse.
Though the arm flare's not entirely necessary. So this one makes me think of the Japanese style of bowing. Let's see, Geralt, right-handed. But this one feels right to me.
Lacking fluidity and grace. But we've learned to expect less of Nordlings. Come with me. The gentleman will address the Emperor only when asked to, and using the appropriate title.
I still have those sign boosts, even though it's like another day later or so.
Share his disposition. Your Majesty will suffice. Spoken loudly, clearly, and with respect.
Not the full Your Imperial Majesty?
Imgrimi et art kerzer. Duifen aden in karn eb marvut. Emir var emreis. Bow.
It's only polite.
Your Imperial Majesty.
Arer ep do orde.
Velen namen, vatgen favort.
I wonder what language Nilfgaardian is based on. Because it sounds like Middle European, like Romantic language, like French or Italian.
I thought you bowed before no man.
Didn't want to disappoint the Chamberlain. We're friends.
Are those bells on his
Taking
sleeves?
Summoned me to reminisce about the good old days. So
I'm curious.
My daughter Cirilla, she's returned. And she's in danger. The wild hunt pursues her. You will find her and bring her to me.
Are you sure? Ciri left.
Oh.
Far, far away.
Interesting.
Drag you here in the middle of a war to discuss a rumor.
I think anyone can be wrong, even an emperor.
I had forgotten how insolent you can be.
Okay, so it's based on
I haven't
Dutch,
the time to convince you, nor
which
the
I believe is a
desire.
Germanic language.
Yennefer will do that after the audience.
Interesting.
How many men in your army? 20,000? 30? So why me?
You know why? Because she trusts you.
She trusts me.
She looks so angry in that
So tell
portrait.
me why you're looking for her. Doubt it's about making up for all those lost years.
For reasons of state, as always. Enough of this banter. You will agree regardless. If for no other reason than because I shall pay you. More than you customarily receive for a contract. Considerably more.
I need information, not motivation. Ciri leaves few tracks. She'll be hard to find.
My corps of spies will help you. Count on them and my army, should the need arise. Yennefer will tell you the rest. This audience is finished. Mererid! Take him to the sorceress.
I wonder at the skills of chamberlains and other noble servants like that who can... It's like he was meant to stand out there and not listen in, but he also had to be ready to hear his name so he knew when to come in and say something. So I wonder how they train something like that. Because those were some fairly thick wooden doors. Because, I mean, this is a medieval castle. They did thick wooden doors. I mean, that's almost the size, like half the size of Geralt's head. That's a good few inches thick. That'd muffle a lot of sound.
Not only am I made to wait here like some supplicant, but with whom for company? A tinter.
Because they had to make them thick to help keep invaders from making it through door after door after door. That's also why they're ribbed with metal, make them harder to break down. I mean, I don't see any locks on these doors either, but I recognize this courtyard. This was the end of Witcher 1, where we defeated Alvin. Was Alvin, wasn't it? It's been so long. Yep, Alvin.
He should see me to retrieve his possessions.
Alright.
Yes? Then transcribe. The true authority in Novigrad is not the city council or the merchants guild, but the church of the eternal fire and the criminal underworld.
Interesting.
At times it is difficult to tell the one from the other. They both display a similar ruthlessness and
That's
cynicism.
quite the size, quite the alembic.
Falling behind.
You know what?
Geralt, that tunic. You look positively smashing.
Dying to take it off.
I'd consider that a proposition under different circumstances. One I might even take you up on. But we've
That's kind of what I was thinking. Was the choice of words.
And seems we're in the same boat now. Ciri, she's really back? No chance he's mistaken?
Look, that's more or less what she looks like now. Or so our agents claim. Our little witch has grown into a young lady.
So they're our agents now? My, you've clearly settled in quick.
Geralt, don't twist my words. I know who Emir is. He started this war and its bloodshed. He had my friends killed. But I haven't any other choice. So please, let's not belabor the pros and cons and instead focus on finding Ciri. All right?
Right. Emir said the Wild Hunt's after her. I'd find that hard to believe before what happened yesterday. How did they track us down?
Because of me. You see, I've spent months searching for Ciri, using locating spells, haruspicy, geomancy, anything.
Haruspicy.
Really.
That sounds interesting.
The Wild Hunt might sense it, perhaps even find me, but I thought I'd trick them.
Well, guess you were wrong.
Haruspicy, using entrails for divination.
If not for you and Emir's soldiers, they'd have gotten what they were after. I can't risk.
Which I believe is hieromancy in Greek.
To put away the magic, turn to more traditional methods. To the best tracker I know. You must find her, Geralt.
Let me double check that. Hieromancy, yep, involving sacrificial remains or sacred objects, also called hieroscopy. Because yeah, the mancy suffix for words is basically divination. So geomancy is earth divination, but because of how things developed through ancient Christendom, all these forms of divination were considered witchcraft and magic. So that's why geomancy is now closer thought of as earth magic than earth divination. And arithmancy, from most well known in Harry Potter, was actually divination by numbers. But anyways.
The Wild Hunt. What could it want from Ciri?
I've no clue, Geralt. Might have written them to ask, but I don't have their address. I know as much as you do. It must be about her blood. Her gift. As for what the Hunt wishes to do with that gift,
I'd say a permanent convergence of the spheres.
So where's Ciri been seen exactly?
In two places. Velen and Novigrad. The trail in Velen is most
I've heard that one often.
You should make that your first stop. Ask for a merchant named Hendrik at the inn at the crossroads. One of the Emperor's agents. He should get in touch with you.
That's it? No passwords? Secret handshakes?
None. Sorry to spoil your fun. Your boyhood fantasies about the crafts of the trade. All we have in Novigrad are unconfirmed reports, rumors. But there you will have the help of our mutual acquaintance. Triss Merigold. Apparently she's got a cozy flat on the main square.
Sure she'll be delighted to see me. What about you?
Considering all the times that I didn't choose her.
I shall sail for Skellige. There was
Well, I did choose her for Alvin.
Blew half a forest down. I believe this
but
had
still.
something to do with Ciri. I'll be in Caer Trold. Join me there once you've learned something.
One thing before we go. Why didn't you contact me? Didn't need me? Didn't even want to see me?
I didn't want to spoil things. I'd heard you and Triss made a great couple.
Except that we were only friends.
I'd lost my memory.
Really? That's your excuse? Let's drop it, alright? It's not what you think, or it helped me understand how much I love you. I don't wish to hear it. Any of it.
But he really did lose his memory.
Guess this means we need to split up again. Not my preference, but I understand. Clock's ticking.
It is indeed. So why don't I teleport you to Velen, get you there at once?
Not gonna happen. I'll go on horseback as soon as I can get changed.
Have it your way? Oh, and you really look quite dashing in black velvet.
Think so? Maybe I can have some of my armor lined with it. Good luck, Yen.
Same to you. And if you wish to learn what's happened in the world while you and Vesemir roamed the wilderness, talk to Ambassador Varatra. That's him over there. And Geralt.
The fellow
I know it's water,
yelling at his
but
scribe,
try
I
not to be a
presume.
hero, all right? Just check those leads and come back to me in one piece. I shall be waiting.
Okay.
Directly out of Nordling tales. Inconceivable.
Ambassador Varatra, Yennefer suggested I ask you about current events, the war and so on.
Always good to have as much information as possible.
Keep no secrets from each other. If you will, let us approach the map.
Okay.
How's the war going? I mean, apart from the fact that Nilfgaard's triumph is imminent.
I kind of want to see a Hello Future Me video about
no witnesses, so dispense with the propaganda, even that shrouded
the Witcher
Our offensive
setting.
was going splendidly until winter came. Edirne was in such disarray that we encountered no
There's the
resistance.
valley.
We had reached the Pontar before the first snows. Only a weakened Kedwin remained, and Radovid's Redania, which had ignored the rest of the North's pleas for help. We thought they'd sue for peace, perhaps even submit to vassalization. We waited for spring, certain of victory.
Radovid? Submit?
Yes, a vain hope, I agree. Radovid sent no peace envoy, nor did he advance on our positions. Instead, he trudged over the snow-bound Kestrel Mountains and attacked Kedwen, his ally. Took the Kedweni completely by surprise. King Henselt fought on the front line as always, and that is where he died. His soldiers lost the will to fight. They joined Radovid's ranks.
Apparently it doesn't include Saskia.
Instead of two weak enemies, we had only one powerful one.
What about Kavir?
Kavir values its neutrality, enough not to lend its armies, or more importantly, even its coin to either side. Returning to the war, this spring there was a massive battle in the marshes of Velen. Massive, yet indecisive. Both sides suffered enormous losses.
Interesting script.
Radovid has retreated across the Pontar. He's safe for now, until reinforcements arrive from the south. Then Emperor Emir Var Emrys will deal with him once and for all.
I presume the blue is Nilfgaard.
Save everyone a lot of marching, not to mention a few human lives.
I'm afraid the stakes are too high to fold now. We can only go all in.
War.
How do things look in Velen?
As bad as ever, perhaps worse. This land never flowed with milk and honey, and now it flows with blood. Armies have swept through it several times, trampling fields, looting granaries, burning villages. Famine grips the populace.
And with famine comes monsters, more than likely.
Not well, to be honest. Our forces are spread thin as it is, and Velen is chiefly swampy forests that are difficult to control. We've had several patrols never return to their camps. Thus, we've temporarily delegated authority in this region to a certain Nordling, a former low-ranking officer in the Temerian army, one Philip Strenger.
I remember that name, Strenger, I think.
Baron. I advise you well. Avoid him.
I think I've heard that name before.
Any news from Novigrad? Is the free city still free?
Yes, although everyone knows this won't last. Radovid is in Oxenfurt, and the Emperor is here in Vizima, at Novigrad's doorstep both. and both require coin and ships. Novigrad can provide these. Which is why the mood in the city is rather, well, on edge.
Meaning?
How do men deal with fear? They seek reassurance and scapegoats. The Church of the Eternal Fire understands this perfectly, and so it promises to improve the lives of its flock by pointing out the guilty.
And invents its own guilt.
Who started the war? Who profits from it? Why, it's obvious. Mages, elves, dwarves, in a word, any and all deviants. I've been stationed in Novigrad for 13 years. First as a consul, then as ambassador. I've seen a great deal. Cruelty, cynicism, greed. But what is happening there now concerns me greatly.
Humans.
Skellige.
Nothing. The islanders pride themselves on that, don't they? Doing everything according to tradition, as their forefathers did. And
Stagnant,
like their forefathers, they quarrel with each other, pillage, occasionally attack our transports. This is cumbersome, but nothing more. Skellige has always been a footnote to history, and so it shall remain.
Sound awfully confident. What if King Bran manages to unite the Jarls? Lead all the clans against your fleet?
Are they supposed to be the Norsemen?
Old man. From what I know, he barely remembers the names of his own vassals. Uniting all might prove difficult.
Are the Skellige supposed to be Norsemen? Judging by the Jarl comment? 'Cause I know that was a title of nobility in ancient Norse cultures.
Thanks for your help.
Think nothing of it. May the great sun light your path.
Does that mean that they have a heliocentric religion? If they have a religion, considering what we heard, but that may just be the fact that since they don't follow any Nordling deities, they're considered to be godless.
How might I serve the gentleman?
My
Return
stuff.
my things.
Citrus and cloves. The fragrance will keep the gentleman's robes fresh somewhat longer.
Thanks, bunches.
The Emperor is not known for his patience. He wants his daughter back safe and sound, as soon as possible.
Yeah, mentioned something of the sort. So long.
He can want her back, but I'd say it's up to Yennefer, or not Yennefer, up to Ciri, as to whether or not she comes back. That's much better. Engdaman's Tree, and this looks like a quest marker. Ah. Let's play some Gwent.
Wouldn't mind a few rounds of cards.
Alright, so this is basically the only deck I've got. So I'm going to have to play with it. Opponent goes first. Okay. So let's see. I've got decent amounts of siege. 2 melee guys who are good with each other but not on their own. And Glevissig as a ranged unit. I forget which does which. This guy, I think... Oh, yeah, it says right there. So, close combat and ranged. That's actually really good because I've got all these, well, now I've got a decent amount of both, siege and close range. And what does my leader do again? Clear any weather effects. Okay, so I basically have 2 of that. So, let us start with a trebuchet. Okay, you're a young emissary. I will counter that with a Blue Stripes Commando. Alright, you want to go up incrementally? I can do that. Ooh, you're feeling pretty melee, aren't you? Now we'll play another one of these guys. Oh yeah, you're very melee. In that case, how about some Biting Frost? You're crippled from that. Aim for the knee, always. Ah. Alright. I can work with that too. How about some Impenetrable Fog? Can you recover from that? Ooh. That was interesting. Not affected by any special cards or abilities. Curses. That actually does not help. I'm gonna take a loss here in hopes that I can win the next round. I should have saved the Impenetrable Fog. Yeah, I don't think I've won. What did his leader do? Look at the 3 random cards in my hand. He's still got 2 cards in hand. I only had 3 cards left, so I suppose that's a good choice. But he passes. Play Yarpen. Pass. I win this round, and then I presume he wins the next one. Because he still has 2 cards in hand, and all I can do is clear the weather. Right? I can also make weather. Yeah, he's definitely won this one. I might play it again if I'm allowed. Huh, okay. That's interesting. Yeah, I want to play some more.
Wouldn't mind a few rounds of cards.
Let's hope I draw better. Ooh, and I'm going first this time. That can be good or bad. Okay, so I got mostly archers in this hand. We'll do that. What do you do? Place on your opponent's battlefield to draw 2 cards. Okay, I'm gonna hold off on playing Stennis for certain. But I will lead as before with Siege Weapon and see what my opponent does. Scorch. Okay, so your turn was kill my thing. Interesting. Oh, just the strongest cards on the battlefield. Alright. In that case, Levisig. Response? Cynthia. Currently tied, and I have to be slightly ahead of him. Zoltan, get out there, bud. Okay. Boosted him a bit. Alright. We'll play Kara, and then I'll probably pass afterwards. Actually, we'll play the Biting Frost now. That'll equal out our frontliners without impacting things too much. Because now we're tied. Which means that they're going to win. Zoltan's printed power is 4, if I remember correctly. And now he's got... I wish it could show me what their printed power was. I don't know if I want to negate my weather now. I will. Yeah, he's ahead of me again. The opponent has passed. Which means I could win this round. My opponent has more cards in hand, so I'm gonna pass it. See what they do. Ooh. Feel they've won again. Because that's siege combat. But let's see what happens with Stennis. A decoy, which puts Stennis in his hand. Interesting. Does that mean that if he tries to play Stennis, I'll get him? Clear weather. Okay. There's no weather to be cleared. Wait, not Sheila. Play this guy. We've each got 3 cards left. You've got Stennis. Now you're back up. But I'm gonna pass. Because I think what I've got's gonna outweigh what you've got. Ooh. Interesting. Very interesting. This could be bad for me, depending on what he's drawn. And of course I get a guy that boosts siege weapons when I don't have any siege weapons to boost. And a card that cancels out siege weaponry. Yep, I've lost again. Once more, and then I'll move on.
Wouldn't mind a few rounds of card.
One more round of Gwent. And I promise it will only be one more round. I'm going first again. I always prefer to go second when it comes to games. Because, one, it lets me see what my opponent's going to do before I do something, so it's easier to plan. And then in, like, Magic the Gathering, it gives me an extra draw. I think I'll hang on to the Biting Frost. Ooh, I got a good amount of siege. Very good amount of siege, because I'm gonna not want to play the siege for the first round. I'll play the other stuff first. So, Kara. Letho. How you doing, buddy? How's it going, dude? What's Letho's thing? Not affected. Okay, so that's basically what the sunburst stands for. In that case, we'll follow up with Death Mold. I think I killed him. Imperial Brigade Guard. Alright. And then we'll counter with Sheila. Rain Farm. And then we'll counter that with some Biting Frost. Doesn't affect Letho, but it hits your other guys. Oh, Shadows, that guy is strong. Okay. I will take a loss this round. Ah, and he's returning someone to their hand. Not Letho. Interesting. I would have picked Letho. Okay, so you're starting with Menno Kuhnhorn. You've got a lot of these revive cards. That's nasty. Alright, looks like I'm gonna go full siege this game then. Or this round. Which means I win that round, but I don't have much for the last. Come on, let me draw something good. That is not something good. This guy just got, like, the best hand ever, apparently. Oh, look at that. You know I have a decoy in hand. Hiya. Why does he have such good cards? I mean, this is like the first guy I've been able to play outside of the tavern. Oh well, I said that would be my last round, and I'm gonna stick with that. I thought that guy had a side quest, but he just was a side quest. Continent view, okay. Interesting. Oh. Yes, yes. Duchy of Toussaint, suggested level 35. White Orchard's where I came from. So I do know I need to go to Velen. I'm just looking at everywhere. Need to go be level 19 to go to Cameron. Interesting. I'm honestly curious as to what would happen if I tried to go to a place before I was ready to. If it would even let me. A notice board, or 2 notice boards. Interesting. 3. Oh wow, notices all over the place. Ooh, and there's a big city with its own notice board. Is that Vizima? I think that's Vizima. Because yeah, here's the inn. There was another little hut over here, if I remember right. I don't recognize that place. But yeah, I think that's where this is, because there was Outer Vizima. And this is Old Vizima, where we had the big battle at the end of Witcher 1. And that's the Temple District, I think. That's the Trade District. Apparently I've spent enough time there that I can basically recognize the place. Well then.
Geralt and Yennefer were reunited, but something even more important happened in Vizima. Geralt learned that Sir
Vizima's
Ward had returned.
the place I already was.
He was in danger. He was to find her at the Emperor's command and Yennefer's behest.
But still, that place looked like the map from the Witcher 1 location. Ciri is the country. Well, no guess as to why it's called the Hangman's Tree. Interesting that the crows haven't pecked through those hoods yet. Especially the guy who's atrophied to bone. Oh good, one of them isn't a whole skeleton. I was gonna wonder how they stayed intact. With the wind and the weather and all that. Rot. Hearts of Stone expansion. Your currently tracked quest has been changed to the first quest of Hearts of Stone. You only recommend if your character level is at least 30. Which it isn't. So, okay, it did not change my active quest like it said it did. Ooh.
Come on, Roach.
Blood and Wine expansion. All the quest main story put under pressure. Okay, I need to go to the inn at the crossroads. And hope that these wild dogs don't attack. Which they shouldn't, considering I'm riding a horse, which is really big, unless they're starving. Because that's about the only time that wild animals tend to attack like that. Okay. Notice board. What do we got here? Looks like we've got one job. Let's pick up everything. And then we can investigate them at our leisure. The missing wife. Wild at heart. Oh, whoops. Playing innkeeps. Okay. So I have to play Gwent against this innkeeper.
Go, go.
Does the 5... Wait, does the 5 mean I should be level 5 to do it? I'm gonna guess that that's the case. Yes. In that case, we'll do this. Since I'm going to,
Slow now. Whoa.
He says that just when I'm saying, let's go canter.
Wild hunt, take them all.
Well, they just might. I imagine that would be the bad end of things. Some apparent merchants on the side of the road. Not of my interest at the moment. I want this Stjepan's unique card. I wonder how I get it. I'm gonna guess it's something like in Triple Triad in Final Fantasy VIII. Manage to beat him, then I get to take one of his cards. I wish you could gallop and follow the road. Instead of only canter. Since galloping is so much faster. At least I'm getting markers to make traveling around the area easier for later. The Stonecutter's Settlement. That's the way things are for a lot of the medieval peasantry. Like, oh, we've got a new king? Alright, well, hail whoever he was then.
In a hurry. Long live Radovid. You can't spread
Okay.
defeat isn't a desertion.
Crawl back under your rock.
Am I even going to the right place anymore?
Got a pass? Cool. You don't need a pass for Novigrad.
Watch your step.
Does that mean that I can't actually do this unless I get a pass to go into the town? That's what it's looking like. Unless presumably I use a boat. Alright, well in that case... I'd best... go back.
Please have mercy. Don't turn us back to Velen. You don't know what it's like there.
And you don't seem to know what it's like.
In a hurry. You'll choke to death on £3.
Interesting, turning left to turn right.
Watch it.
Oh, hey, I just want to see what you got for sale.
Greetings.
Since you're a trader and all.
Wouldn't mind a looky.
Nothing much of interest to me. At the moment, anyway.
Farewell.
Alright, Roach. Continuing on. So I do wonder. I saw a thing about boats. Is it possible to get smuggled into the big town, which I'm guessing is Velen? Drowners. I am not good at being dodgy. I'm a very head-on fighter. Okay. So as noted, I saw a thing on here that was boat. A bit more north of here, apparently. I'm just going to check it out, and if it winds up not doing what I think it's supposed to do, then I'll just continue, or I'll switch back to the main quest and do that. Why is the camera being so wild? Trying to turn just a little bit and it's flipping back and forth. You cannot do that now. But this? I guess I can't do anything in a boat. Oh well. Now what was going on here? Is that more drowners? Did I must have forgotten to re-equip my crossbow. Sort items. Where is my crossbow? Oh, was it just a tutorial crossbow? I don't have it anymore. Well, that's disappointing. Oh, well. I did say I'd switch back to the main quest. Let's go ahead and do that. It's 3:15. Hey! You leave my horse alone. Alright, gotta find a signpost so we can fast travel back to the place we were supposed to be.
Damn, you're ugly.
That was random. I went to put my sword away and he cursed about it. Okay, that's the bizarre thing with that GPS. It said take this road to the right and then cut across the fork to get to the road that you're supposed to be on.
Hey there.
Okay, is this one of those places? Almost. There's a question mark further ahead. A monster nest.
Slow now.
Neckers. Fortunately, I've got some salmon. Might need some necker bits. Those guys are apparently just going to stay away. I am okay with that. Roach, come on. But... alchemy, nothing I can make right now. New armor, is this better than what I had? Yeah. Oop. Much better. Interesting design. And those are my fancy duds. And I'm apparently out of salmon until I meditate. Come on. I'm not even going in the direction those necker are. Houses.
What's going on here? Why isn't anyone putting that out?
Oh, I got a beard again.
Got it?
Piss off, or we'll fry you along with that fucking elf!
There's a third way out of this situation.
You like fire, boys? Oh, jeez. The guy apparently hit me hard enough that I did a forward flip after dying. When did I last save? It was an autosave, but still. Hopefully it was after the necker. Oh, it was as I was approaching these guys. Well, in that case, I'm gonna heal up before I actually confront them. I might also want to switch signs for a moment. Actually, Ard's gotten the boost right now.
What's going on here?
We want it to burn.
Piss off.
There's a third way out.
Okay, what? I thought I just switched signs. Ooh. Apparently, I'm not strong enough for this. Doesn't help that my healing stuff is not instantaneous. Which I suppose is scientifically accurate, but... Come on, okay, inventory. I need to switch... Wait, why was the apple not up front? Like it should have been. Good for necrophages. Oh, I see. Wants me to select an upgrade that I already used.
That's it, Roach.
If I've already got my sword out,
What's going on here?
it's sheathed again when this starts.
There's a...
Wait, I do have a crossbow.
You'll never learn.
Nope, that didn't work. Wait, why is Swallow not... Why is it not my apples? It's that there's 5 of them and they're like just stronger enough. Also, apparently I need to re-equip my crossbow. Oh, no. Didn't mean to jump. I wanted you to hop off. Because I want to see what happens if I do a quick bit of meditation. And get back some things. Okay, I no longer have empowered Ard.
What's going on here? There...
Yeah. No, don't turn towards them. Why aren't you using it? Come on! Use Earden again! I may have to give up. Come back to these guys later. Be easier if I could figure out how to use... There we go. Wait for that to settle down. Earden. Salmon. Hop off the horse. Meditate for an hour. Well, not quite an hour. There, I'm back up to full health. Now let's save here so I don't have to do that again.
What's going?
We piss off.
There's a third way.
Oh, that's why Yrden wasn't working. I was pushing the wrong button. Why aren't you attacking the guy directly in front of you, Geralt? Consarn it. I couldn't see. And once again, I thought I had Yrden equipped. And it was back to being Ignis. Or Igni. Yrden. Cutscene. Trap. Samum. Assault them while they're stunned and slowed. Except apparently they're suddenly not. Gotta use guerrilla tactics on these guys. Dodge, Geralt. How are these guys so tough? That did some decent damage. Okay, I'll give him a miss. But I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Come on. Okay. There. Gotta go around him then. Much as I don't want to. Why did you slow down? I was trying to turn. In particular, I need to get a stronger sword, I'm guessing. Which is pure video game logic. A different style of sword would change how much damage you do. Not so much the sword make. The sword make would just let you keep an edge for longer. Or make it, well, a different kind of sword entirely. But almost every sword that I can think of in this game, which just reminded me, didn't I pick up a sword from something? Yes. Can I remove the... No, I cannot remove the rune stone. Still, yeah. Even that one, even though the appearance in the inventory looked slightly curved, they're all straight swords.
Not so fast, Roach.
Come on. Saying to dismount. That's not the side I wanted you to dismount on, because I need to get to the sign. I need to go here. Because fortunately, video game logic means that that elf's house is going to be burning down until I approach those guys.
Then both forces attacked, one from either side. Cavalry swooped in from the west.
Which, while good for saving them, means that logically they're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Step away. Chaplain's praying. Can't you see? Do not pass command.
I'm riding a horse down a road, can't you see? I wasn't even going to try and stop. Wow, there are a lot of hanged men around here. I heard a cry for help. And I see a bunch of drowners. Hi there.
Unbind me before the next ones come.
When they come, I'll tend to them. Meanwhile, let's you and me chat. Like to know who I'm untying.
John Verdon. Served in the 10th Maribor Division.
Long way from your army.
My army don't exist no more. Black One smashed it to bits. I scarpered off into the woods just before that happened. Joined a group of refugees. Fucking bursting with patriotism they were. Soon as they learned I'd abandoned Temeria in her hour of need, they beat me down. Tied me up like a turkey, left me to the drowners.
Fine, I'll help.
Oh, thanks. For a minute there, I was almost sure you'd leave me to die.
Didn't look like your feet were bound.
But I'm not a chip crown to my name.
Tough. I'll take the loss.
Thanks, Witcher. May you prosper on the path.
Let's have a couple apples. Somehow I'm switched to to Axie. And it's not letting me change from Axie. Oh, it's because I'm riding Roach and Axie. Axie's why its head glows whenever I hit right trigger by accident. Because I'm casting Axie on Roach. Presumably it's to calm them down when they use, or when there's combat going on and they start to freak out. Okay. There's an autosave, which I'm guessing means something's about to happen.
I'll not give her up, not on me life.
They hear her squealing. They'll kill us and take her all the same.
So I'll slaughter her myself, hide her corpse beneath the floorboards. Those bastards won't have her.
Hmm. Take all these just in case of, so yeah. I will be cracking that one, but I do want to talk to the innkeep.
Looking for a man. Goes by Henrik.
What do you want with him?
Want to talk to him.
What about?
Give me a bottle of something strong.
And they leave because here comes some infantrymen, or well, cavalrymen, I'm guessing.
Got company. Who is it?
Innkeep, vodka.
Oh, are these guys from the Free City, I'm guessing? Novigrad.
Oi, great boy. What's the point of having two swords?
Wonder if he keeps an extra prick in his trousers too.
You fucking deaf? Gonna say who you are? Or do I need to loosen your tongue with me knife?
I'm a witcher. Heard you wondering about my swords. Well, one's for monsters, the other for humans. Only got one prick, though, in case you're wondering about that, too.
Don't touch him. Don't even look at him. Worse than lepers, that lot.
Saw one in action once. Killed a half dozen. Blood everywhere. Freak didn't even show a drop of sweat.
Got the stench of corpses on him. If you want a rest, come with me. Or the bench you can use.
And there we go.
I step in the hut, and there's the bumpkin with what looks like his son. That's on the pretty side, I think it is.
Thanks for not starting a row with those swine.
I don't generally poke my nose in other people's business.
Looking to stay the night?
No. I'm looking for Hendrik.
They'll probably be around for a while.
Man lives in Heatherton.
Don't know where that is.
Other side of the hill. Looked that away this morning, saw a strange glow. Imperials on the raid, perhaps. But who knows?
Anything else you can tell me about Hendrik?
Odd fellow. Arrived from who knows where and for no apparent reason. Shacked up with a widow whose husband was stabbed for a scrap of bread.
Barons men don't like strangers.
Aye, he stays out of their way. Always seems to know when they're coming. Always manages to disappear.
Thanks, Innkeep.
Alright.
A witcher, and not a second too soon.
Understand you have a contract for me.
Oi, it's my brother Mickle. Been a week now since he took the women of Bellows into the hills.
The women of Bellows?
Bellows were a rich village, till the war passed through. Huts were burned down, larders cleared out, all the menfolk conscripted. Women were left to fend for themselves, without food nor shelter. No one wanted them. Redanians wouldn't let them into Novigrad, so Mickle took them to the old mines, get them out of the rain.
Mines.
And I've not had word from him since.
All right, I'll look for your brother. How will I recognize him?
Shouldn't be hard. He was the only lad in a group of women.
Corpses aren't always in a condition where I can determine the sex.
Corpses? Take it back. They got lost is all. But, if worst comes to worst, well, he had calfskin ankle boots, work of Master Clogs. Told him not to wear him into the hills.
What a fortuitous name.
But he was so proud of him.
Think I know enough. Thanks.
So now we have to see if... Oh, it says that that's too high a mission for me. Yeah, I'd say that's too high a mission for me. By the shadows. Okay. Off to Heatherton we go then. Okay. There's a few undiscovered locations there. But yeah. Come on, Roach.
Move it. Come on.
Armies. I just keep thinking of the phrase from Fallout. War. War never changes. Though in Metal Gear Solid they say that war is always changing. But the two phrases are not irreconcilable when you consider it's the methods with which war are waged change, but war itself is always terrible. What was that phrase that I recently reread? It was a line from MASH. People say war is hell, but it's actually worse because hell doesn't involve the innocent, or something like that. And as a pacifist myself, war's not something I ever want to be involved with. And yeah, pacifists playing violent video games, but that's because it's all fantasy. And there's a huge difference between such fantastic violence and real violence. Come on, that's the way. Using fantastic to mean as in fantasy. The original definition.
Air is strange, like dropping into a deep cellar on a hot day. The mist.
Place is covered in frost. Igni's on. Salmon's on. Rabid dogs. Not what I was expecting.
Be gone! Leave me be, whoever you is! Get away!
Catches the torch. Nope. Guy just collapses.
Calm down. It's over.
Okay, two things. One, why the wild dogs? Two, what's with the ice?
I'll not forget that ever.
Wow, the pitch of your voice changed completely.
Looking for a man named Hendrik, supposed to live in this village.
Aye, he did. No longer. They nabbed him in that hut. If you'd have heard the cries, sir. If you'd have heard how a man can scream. How he can suffer.
Oh, I'm sure Geralt's familiar.
Tell me what happened here, step by step.
They took him. Took him all.
Except you, apparently.
The sun was waning, see? And the dusk went crimson like blood. Thought to myself, strange. The toads. I cannot hear them.
Ooh, so it sounds like it wasn't soldiers. Especially with this wind. And presumably the ice. So these wild hunt must not be fey at all. If they can cross the threshold. Because that's one thing about the fair folk that almost always held true. They respected the boundaries of hearth and home.
I know not what happened there, save terror through and through. Hendrik screamed, then he begged. By the end, he could do naught but moan.
Fire and ice. That is a rather impractical sword design. And that must be the boss. Pretty wicked gauntlets. Wonder how hard it would be for a regular metalsmith of the medieval era to make a Death's Mask helmet like that.
Yet the village froze like in the heart of winter.
You in that hut when they rode off?
No. and I'll not set foot there. Never.
Farewell, and peace of mind to you.
I don't know, he sounds kind of broken. Honestly makes me think of a game I've started playing just recently called Darkest Dungeon. He is a pretty broken man. Need to send him to, I don't know, just some place where he can take his mind off things. Well, there's him.
Maybe
Hendrik.
Something. Should check his boots. Blood, congealed. Key hidden in his boot.
Yep. A lot of valuables kept in the
somewhere nearby, hopefully.
kept in boots. Places people wouldn't normally go. This was glowing red too.
There's a draft. Gotta be a space under this rubble. Guess I should do some cleaning.
Mara Strenger, daughter of the Baron. Good to know.
Valuables left unlocked, on display, almost. Lost his mind, or...
Can't light the candle with a wide action Igni, but you can do it with a short one. This one was already lit. And
interesting.
Secrets within secrets. Wonder how he had time to set all this up. But this is probably all the info that he was going to pass on to me.
A ledger. Payment for a sack of grain. Amount due for a charcoal shipment. Hendrik was masquerading as a merchant. What's this? Notes among the ledger entries. Clever. Interesting headings. Missing and wanted. Subject appeared in Skellige. Also cited in Novigrad. Appearance unchanged. Ashen hair. Scar on her face. Avoids contact with others. Drunken swine. So-called Baron hosted subject at his castle, or should I say, illegally appropriated fort. Reason unknown. Talked to Baron at Crow's Perch. Clashed with a witch. Subject landed in swamp, encountered a witch. Conflict ensued. Cause unknown. Find the witch. Talk to the peasantry. Village of Midcopse. Caution advised. I'm being observed. Don't know by whom or why. Unsettling signs.
That slightly paranoid camera angle.
Water in bucket froze solid. Strange glow observed in the sky. Ill omen, peasants say. Somehow they learned Hendrik was looking for Ciri. Thus the torture. I'm too late. My only leads, the Baron and some witch. Damn.
Alright. Do I have a choice between the Baron and the Witch? Or do I just do the Baron? And if this happened last night... Okay, so I do have a choice. The Witch is the lower level one, so that's the one that I'll be going for. But it is also nearly time to end, so that is a thing that I'm going to have to do. So, clear all that out. Pop open the world map. Which way do I go for this quest? The quest available there. Lots of notice boards in the area. Another quest there. Oh, there we go. Near that notice board. Because mid-cops. But yeah, I'm gonna save game. And finish for the night. So, thank you for joining me on this game of Witcher 3. Things are getting interesting, and I am still enjoying this far more than I did the first couple games. Camera. There we go. It's been tilted the whole time, and I didn't even notice. Gonna have to get a new one, though, because it's limiting my upload quality on YouTube. Not the point. Till the next, live well.